Hi everybody, hope you're doing well today. We've got 4 patients in this earwax removal compilation video. I think the first one is mine, second one's Taylor's, third one's mine, fourth one's Taylor's. I guess how it works out today. So you can see for this first one here, we've got this very, very thick plug of wax, and this is actually a mixture of wax and skin. So we're just going to start to pull this down the canal here. It's holding on quite tightly. So we've got this kind of soft, squishy wax surrounded by this thicker skin layer here. And if you follow the channel, you will have seen this quite a few times over the last couple of videos we've been doing. Seem to have had a lot of, like, we do go through kind of runs of the same kind of wax a lot of the time. If you don't follow the channel, why do you not follow the channel? Hit that subscribe button. You'd love another wax removal video, I know. Don't forget to hit the bell as well if you're watching this on YouTube, and follow this if you're watching this on Facebook. So I've had to go in now with the curette here, so just to basically go over the top of this, just to break through that little bit of skin, just because the suction didn't carry enough power really to pull that skin out. So with this one now, we can just go over the top and draw this down, and you can see it looks a lot clearer there. Just a little flap of dry skin at the base of the canal. This type of skin is great for the forceps. You can drill this out. You could go in with a fine end and do the same thing as well, but looking lovely and healthy there. That's looking much better. So just over 1 centimetre, bang on ½ an inch worth of earwax coming out of that particular ear canal. Taylor's patient is coming up next. So let's see what Taylor's got for us today. Ooh, a very thick, dry skin layer. Now this is going to go one of two ways. Either it's all going to come away really easily and all stays one big chunk, or he's going to have to work and strip every bit of dry skin off this canal wall. I like the fact it's got that little ridge there. That's usually a good indication it's going to come out well. So let's see if he's turned it a little bit, and looking at the bottom left corner, it does look like it's detached away from the canal wall there. Now you could switch up at this point if you wanted to, and you could use the forceps on here as well. But this looks like it's coming forwards nicely at the moment. I think if this stalled and got a little bit more stuck, then I'd be tempted to go in with the forceps at this point. Oh, I do have, for the next one, little mini skin ribbons coming up for you on the next one, guys, so make sure you stay tuned for that one as well. But this is coming away really well. Look at that peeling. Oh, I think that would have almost been a really good skin ribbon there. So just peel away this edge. Yeah, you can see how it would all kind of bunch together in that canal. And again, oh, he's really trying to get hold of that little softer section of skin at the top of the canal wall there. And drawing this down, it's getting there very, very slowly, but it is getting there. There we go, and out that comes. And ear canal and eardrum, look, that is a textbook eardrum. Looks really, really healthy in there. So 1 centimetre, just over ½ an inch worth of skin on that particular ear canal. So my patient next, guys, is going to be a lot of skin in this ear canal. It's actually a regular patient of ours. And sometimes I really hope we're going to get a little bit of a skin ribbon with this one. But you can see that, bit similar to Taylor's, that little ridge at the bottom there. So this skin's actually a little bit harder. Background to this patient, they like to do a lot of swimming. With the swimming, it just tends to, with the chlorine, it does tend to dry the skin a little bit. And that's what's happening here in the ear canals on both sides. But you can see that really thick layer. So I'm thinking, okay, if I get over here now with a right hook, I might just be able to hook that bottom section. If I can just get enough of it, if it stays together. But unfortunately for me, as I pulled it, it just unraveled on the one side quicker than it did on the other. And you can see, look beyond, look at how all that skin is peeling away from the canal wall really effectively there. So we're going to go in now, let's grab this with a forceps. And we're going to draw. I'm being really gentle here because look at this coming away. You know I love a good skin ribbon, guys. I was absolutely gutted that last little bit didn't stay attached to the piece behind. But it was quite a long old piece, that one. And now it's drawn all this now away from the canal wall. If I just grip this top section, let's see if it peels the whole thing. Oh, it drew that back. So you saw that back section move just a little bit. Let's see what happens now with the forceps on this section. But look how all that is peeling away. It's a bit like, you know, we used to have, there's a name for it. Over here, it's kind of PVA glue, we call it. So it's the stuff we use in school. I think in the US, I think you guys use Elmer's glue. I think that's the kind of stuff. But yeah, it comes away really well. But look at that layer that had built up over the eardrum. And that had really kind of formed almost like, it looked almost like a secondary eardrum in there. But we're just going to see if we can grip this section. But it's so paper thin. it's almost wispy in its consistency, almost like a cobweb kind of effect. So I've got the fine end on here now. Let's see if we can just draw. Look how all of that, as soon as I put the suction tube in, everything drew in. Now this is where you've got to be really cautious about clarinetting, because everything is getting sucked inside the suction tube. And when you get these ridges there, that was a little bit of a clarinet. You had that squeak there as we pulled. So I've popped some oil in. I tend to find that helps with clarinetting skin, especially this thin wispy layers. And we just do the same thing. We just get a grip and we just peel it. It's almost got that cling film kind of look about it. And there we go, out. We'll just get to the end. And there we are, out that comes. Unfortunately, it had a little bit of oil on the way out there, but it was just a very thin wispy piece. But looking so much better in there after the procedure. Similar, you can see that layer again there over the eardrum there. So we're just going to pull this last section. There we go. Let's give this a pull. There we go. Oh, it's just catching on the outside edge there. It's almost there. It's just needs a little bit more of a pull. You can see this side's a little bit drier, so it's just got that little bit more consistency to it. It's a little bit tougher. Let's see if we can work our way around this edge now. Let's give this a little bit more of a wiggle. There we go. There we go. And again. And I'm just pulling down. It's just this back section is just anchored in there, just a little bit firmer than I need it to be. And that's why we have to do a really good old wiggle, and we just attached it there. But that skin came away really well towards the end. Looking lovely, really healthy looking eardrum there as well. So really, really good. So we've got 5 centimeters, 2 inches worth of skin. You can see that really long ribbon at the start there, just at the bottom of the screen. So yeah, really satisfying one to watch, that one, and to do, to be honest. So this last patient, this is Taylor's patient now. Doesn't look like there's much skin on this one. They've broken a trend at the end, but a much thicker plug of wax here. Looks a bit on the sticky side. So let's see if we can just pull. There we go. A little bit more of a wiggle. Not quite there. Let's give this a little bit more. There we are. And out that comes. Nice one to do, that one. Nice hard piece of wax, that one. Always lovely ones to do. Eardrum looks really good. There's just a little bit of sort of dry wax, I'm sorry, around the outside edge. So we're just going to grab that bit with the fine end there. Looking good. You can see he's trying to see if this last little bit here will break away. A bit of tidying up around the outside edge. But that eardrum is looking nice and healthy in there now. Patient hearing much better. Not so much on this side. You know, just a little blob right at the entrance. And I would normally be really honest with the patient at this point and say, look, you know, there is a piece of wax in there. It's not huge. It's not going to cause any problems with your day-to-day hearing. Completely up to you whether you want this removed or not. Patients will normally opt to have it removed, just because they don't like the idea of having any wax inside their ear canals here. But this really wouldn't be causing any problems as far as the day-to-day hearing for this particular patient. So just peeling around the outside edge. You see a little bit harder on this side because the wax doesn't have the same hard consistency as it did on the other side. So what we have here then is a much softer, stickier type of wax here for Taylor, which usually takes a little bit longer to remove. They're not always as easy to remove. Sometimes if you're lucky, there's a bit of dry skin underneath and it will peel up really nicely. But yeah, you can see just how thick and sticky that is there. So he's just going to work his way down the outside edge. There we go. It's quite tacky, this one. It's naturally wants to stick to every surface, unfortunately, but it is coming away well. So we're just going to nip this top section. There we go. Let's take a look. Eardrum looking good on that side as well. Well, there we are, guys. All our videos for today. So 1.5 centimeters, just over ½ an inch worth of wax there as well. Don't forget, if you do enjoy the videos, you can always like, heart, share, follow, and subscribe for me. If you thoroughly enjoy the videos, you can also consider becoming members of the channel. That way, then you get to see even more videos every single week. You get an extra 2 days worth of videos a week as well. But as always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of your ears, and more importantly, take care of one another. And I'm hoping the next video will be with Taylor as well, but I think it's probably next one's going to be with me, and the one after that's going to be back with Taylor. But yeah, see you again soon. Bye, everybody.